Imagine a horse, left for dead, forgotten by everyone. No one believed he had a future, until one girl stepped in. Her choice sparked something no one saw coming, a journey of courage, healing, and an unbreakable bond that would change everything. What happened next? If you're watching the story from your home, your car, or even while walking down the street, pause for a moment. Think about what it means to believe in someone, even when the world has turned away. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe so you never miss another tale like this one. It was a quiet afternoon at the edge of town, where the sun beat down hard on the dusty auction yard. The crowd was thinning. Most had already found what they came for. But near the back, a boy named Milo stood quietly, hands gripping the wooden fence. He hadn't planned to come. His parents had told him, again and again, that there was no money to spare. But something pulled him there, a feeling he couldn't explain. Inside the ring, a horse stumbled forward. He was just skin and bones, his coat once rich and dark, now patchy and dull. His eyes were empty, like he'd given up long ago. Around Milo, people shook their heads. Some muttered that the horse should have been sent to the slaughterhouse. Others turned away, not wanting to watch. The auctioneer called out, "Lot 42, 3-year-old stallion, underweight, starting bid $50. Silence. $1.40? Still nothing. $1.30? Milo's heart raced. He reached into his pocket. All he had was $35, barely enough for a week's groceries. But as he looked at the horse, trembling and alone, something inside him snapped. "I'll take him," he said, voice shaking but firm. All eyes turned to him. A few chuckled. One man scoffed. "What's he going to do with that skeleton?" But Milo didn't care. As the horse was let out of the ring, he whispered, "I'll call you Hope." He ran his hand along the horse's neck, gentle, careful. "Because that's what you deserve, a second chance." The ride home was quiet. Hope stood still in the trailer, head low. Milo glanced at him through the rearview mirror every few seconds, wondering if he'd made a mistake, wondering if he was too late. When they arrived, Hope barely had the strength to step out. His legs wobbled. Milo got out and walked beside him, speaking softly. "One step at a time, buddy. You're safe now." His parents were waiting, arms crossed, frowns deep. "Milo, we don't have the money for this," his dad said. "We can't afford vet bills," his mom added. Milo swallowed hard. He wouldn't have made it another day. There was a pause. "You've got a month," his dad finally said. "If he doesn't improve, we make the hard call." That night, Milo brushed Hope's coat gently, mixed what little feed they had with supplements, and sat in the barn watching him rest. Doubts crept in. Could he really save him? Was he strong enough? Then, just before sleep took him, Hope let out a soft nicker. Milo opened his eyes. Hope was looking at him. Just a small sound, but it was a start. The next morning, Milo woke to silence. Too much silence. He rushed outside. Hope was down, motionless. Panic surged. He dropped to his knees, trembling hands reaching for Hope's neck. There was a faint rise and fall. Still alive. He called the vet. Hours later, she arrived. He's malnourished, dehydrated. His body is shutting down. "What can we do?" Milo asked, desperate. "A lot of care. Time. And even then, there's no guarantee." Milo nodded. "I'll do whatever it takes." Days passed in a blur. Small meals, for fluids, sleepless nights. Then, on the 5th day, Hope shifted. He tried to stand. Milo scrambled over, hands hovering, ready to help. Slowly, shakily, Hope pushed himself up. Tears spilled down Milo's face. "You did it, you're a fighter." Weeks went by. Hope grew stronger. But things changed the day another horse wandered onto their land. A sleek, powerful chestnut named Max, who belonged to a nearby ranch. At first, Max kept his distance. But soon, the two horses began to circle each other. Hope was hesitant, but not afraid. Milo watched them, amazed. For the first time, Hope showed defiance, strength, purpose. Max's owner came to collect him a few days later. But before he left, he paused. Maybe let him stay a bit longer. And so Max stayed, watching, pushing, helping Hope grow. With Max by his side, Hope transformed. He gained weight. His coat shined. He started trotting, then cantering. Milo trained him every day. Long hours. Hard work. But Hope responded. Every step forward felt like a victory. People laughed when they heard about the competition Milo signed them up for. A horse that almost died, they sneered. This'll be a joke. On the day of the event, whispers followed them. Laughter echoed. But as the whistle blew and Hope moved through the course, not perfectly, but with purpose, the crowd fell silent. They finished the agility round, then the speed test, then the final event, the high jump. It was taller than anything Hope had faced. Milo leaned close. You don't have to do this. Hope pawed the ground, ears forward. Milo took a breath. Let's do this. They charged, leapt, and soared over the bar. The crowd erupted, not in mockery, but in applause. They didn't win first place, but they won something far more important, belief. Months later, with the help of a local trainer and a sponsorship deal, Hope became a rising star in the equestrian world. Stories spread. People came for miles to see the horse who defied the odds. And through it all, Milo stayed by his side. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Milo stood beside Hope and Max, brushing their coats in silence. He smiled. They weren't just horses anymore. They were family. Moral lesson. Even the weakest among us can find strength, if someone believes in them first.